Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's been a day or two. We've got back from the Outer Banks. What a lovely trip, guys. We are here in the Hastings cornfield, and we'll look at it in a second. I wanted to start the video here at the Hastings because I'll start them at the house and the Hastings will be the last, but we wanted to make the Hastings the first thing this morning. The trip was wonderful. Golly, I just love going to the Outer Banks. I love those bridges, the Virginia Dare Bridge, longest bridge in North Carolina. I call it the new Bonner Bay Bridge. I happen to notice that it's not Bonner Bay now, it's Mark or something bridge now. I don't know why they changed the name of it. But it's not Bonner Bay no more. They have a Bonner Bay Pear, but not a Bonner Bay Bridge. But I love that bridge, the jug handle bridge. It's just so wonderful. If you don't, I mean, I'm not trying to advertise the Outer Banks, but if you've never been, it is a wonderful place to go. I did a little short of me fishing, and it's pretty fun. And I think that night that I did that short, I put the pole in the little white holder for the fishing pole holder, and I was looking down at something on my phone, an email or maybe a comment or something, and next thing I know, the pole and the holder and everything just flipped forward hard as it could go, just pulled it out of the sand. I said, goodness. I grabbed that thing, and it had broke a line on it. So I don't know what it was. Maybe it was a blue whale, tiger shark, a killer whale or something, but it took the line and went. We need a little rain. Need rain bad, actually. We're going to look at some stuff and pull some tomatoes today, guys, and look at the tomatoes in the garden up there. But the Hastings, it is as big and beautiful as ever. But as you can see, and I'm catching it at 5 o'clock in the evening, you can see she's got her leaves rolled up and she's praying for some rain here. She's got her hands like this. When you see that corn doing this, she's wanting some rain. But we'll go through here. It's trying to make some ears, like you have this one right here making. There's a little ear right there trying to start. There's an ear here trying to start, and right there. So I really hope to get some rain this week. There's a few that came out earlier. Here's an ear here, and I don't know, guys, if you notice them, but when I'm reaching up to this ear, I'm reaching up 6'5" to even touch the first ear. But just need rain. At this point, what we always hope with the corn is that, we don't, at least, you want it to do real good, and the least you hope for is say, okay, I used a 2-pound bag of seed. Let's just pray we get the 2-pound bag of seed back so you can try again next year. I could always probably get some more Hastings from a guy I know, but I don't have a lot left in the freezer. So hopefully we can do that. All right, all of my corn scientists out there, I got some corn scientists. I see something that is about as weird as I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen this before. So let's go around here, come through here. What is this? Here is a corn stalk of some sort. It's real splendidly, not big at all. Here is a tassel, and here is what looks like to be an ear of corn on the tassel. So with hair on it. So y'all, my corn scientists out there, y'all tell me what that is. I've never seen that before in my life. Even the little kernels, let's pop one. Yeah, and it's a full-fledged little kernel in there too. So y'all let me know what that is. Guys, on the way to show you this sweet corn, let's stop by the Pear. Still got We know we lost one. Last video I showed you where we lost one right here, and I'm pretty sure it was wind. I don't think it was deer because there was no leaves missing. We got this is all Bradford pear sprouts right here, so we'll knock them off. Keep them knocked off. But this is our graft, and hopefully it takes to the side of that stump good. It still feels pretty strong. Let's head on over here. The Silver Queen did all we could ask it to do this year. It did great. Unfortunately for us, which I say unfortunately, I'll be honest with you, I don't mind a bit. We put up about 15 quarts one night. I did a video, didn't show us putting it up, but did about 15 quarts, and I called my uncles and some folks up and told them, I said, okay, I'm going on vacation, the corn's in. Y'all have at it, and they come through and picked it down real good. There's a couple of little, what I call sucker stuff, maybe some real young stuff. I'm not gonna say you can't walk through here and find one or two, like here's one here. It's getting on the older side. Yeah, it's starting to dry up. Whenever that tassel, or whenever those things start getting brown down in there, like that's brown there, she's starting to get on the dry side. She's full. But anyway, it did great. It never disappoints. So the next time we see this, we're going to be disking it with the bog hair. And got some ideas about plowing and no plowing. And we'll talk about it on that video, get your thoughts and see what you think. One video, when we get the electric fence down, we want to take and put electric fence down and around these bushes right here. I want to eventually get these bushes cleaned up. So I want to put that electric fence around it, and we're going to let the goats loose into it and let them eat all of that up where we can get in there and clean it out and stuff. And so we'll do that one day with the electric fence when we don't need it no more on the other garden. Which, by the way, let's go look, let's see it, and let's pick some tomatoes.
And when you say 3, 2, 1, when you say the word 1, that's when you hit record.
I don't say that, I just click record and like this.
No, you need to say that.
I tell them when it's on.
All right, we're here at the vegetable garden now. It's going to drop another nugget. So I said something a couple of videos back about some chains that I bought and some chain binders that we'd got. So we're also going to need to make sure that this thing is ready for a trip. Make sure, which I'm pretty sure the axles are greased up and stuff. So another little nugget. This is part of it too. The Jimmy Red is in about the same situation as the Hastings. It's curling up, needing water big time. Hopefully it'll rain here pretty soon. It needs it. We're going to unhook this electric fence. So I can't move my electric fence box because somebody decided that this would be the best place in the world to build a nest for her and her kids. She'll probably fly out. She may not. We'll let her be. The good thing about the Jimmy Red, and I don't know, and I guess it's because it's a little bit older. This Jimmy Red that came up in here, and you guys know that how I had left this because I said, okay, you know, it came up, it's not going to hurt the beans, which it didn't hurt the beans. This has come out real good, and actually it's kind of amazing. I don't really know how, but this is not shriveled up as bad as that little piece right there. So hey, that's good. We know we'll get quite a bit of seed off of right here because this Jimmy Red here, man, has got some big old ears on it. That thing, I got pretty long fingers, and I can't get my fingers around it, and it's like that. So it's big old ears on here, so I feel good about this part of the Jimmy Red here. There, it's probably not going to make that great, especially if it don't get water. But let's look at the beans here. the lima beans, when I went to, so we want them like this one right here. Not bad. 3 in there, the pods like that, not bad at all. We're going to try to get through this week sometime maybe, and see if we can pick some of them. Hopefully we can get through it and pick some. But again, the water situation, we let these beans go to seed. Here's one here where the pod's starting to dry down. It's turning white. Pretty big. There's a couple of nice seeds in there. So we let these beans go to seed, and they're doing pretty good. Believe it or not, they still have some on there that you could pick and can. They're still trying to do canned beans also. But what we want to do today, Will started it. You gotta remember, guys, I've been gone to the Outer Banks for a week, and maybe planning on my part, maybe I should have paid attention to some maturity dates of vegetables. But I had some tomatoes starting to turn when we went, so I checked it yesterday, and a lot of them's red. Some of them's too red, some of them we'll have to throw away. But let me show you these over here. We'll pick a few tomatoes. I heard somebody say that sweet potatoes like hot weather. They obviously really loving it now. They could use some water. They look pretty decent. Got some grass coming up in them, so they're probably making sweet potatoes right now. As you can see, nice pretty red tomatoes. Some of them, like that one, it's pretty good. I'll take this part right here and throw it off and keep that part. And then we got like that one. It's all good and ready. This one's mushing a little bit in my hand, so we'll put it over there. I told Will what we'd do is we'd pick them and kind of clean them up too, in hopes of getting a little bit of rain. That's German Johnson for you. And that thing right there. Beautiful tomatoes. I feel a little bad sometimes, guys, on my tomatoes. A little guilty. So many folks that, you know, they put a lot of effort in their tomatoes, and other than tying them up, I don't do as much effort as I should. I seen 2 yellow ones right here. They'll hold a day or two. I don't appreciate, I guess, as good as tomatoes as I get sometime with the effort. I mean, look at these things in this bucket here. Just absolutely, and just beautiful tomatoes. These are German Johnson, by the way, in case anybody's watching this for the first time. And like I said, we're doing some cleaning too, guys. Like that, cleaning it up. Our string did fairly good. 90% of it's still up in the air. So I'm pleased with the string for sure. Here's some under here. Sammy, you see that?
Uh-huh. That one looked like a magazine cover tomato.
I wouldn't say it that good.
If you just wash it off.
It's good, but it wasn't that good. Any of them real mushy, Ellie, just throw them away.
Oh, these aren't mushy at all. Got a little spot on top, but that's fine.
German Johnson does this a lot too, guys. It'll kind of roll over and spread out. You can take spots like that and just cut that off. Bring it here, Ellen. As we were picking, I wanted to show you the German Johnson here, the beefsteak here. I don't know if you guys remember when we planted them, I said, you know, well, first of all, I couldn't get the name right between German Johnson and Jimmy Johnson. But that you can see this is a brighter orange, and this is more like a darker red. This is, I would say this is kind of a red orange, and this is a red red. It's hot, very hot. Just wanted to had a thought today when I was thinking, you know, I told you we just got back from vacation, and things is, I still got to wash the truck and wash the RV, get that salt air off of it, salt, mist, dust, whatever you want to call it. Definitely don't want to leave that on there too long. Want to finish the race car garden up, and still got a lot of work in and out of Charlotte and Raleigh, so we're rolling pretty hard there. We've got 2 of those, I think those buckets are 3 gallons, maybe 4-gallon buckets, probably 4-gallon buckets. Got 2 of those full of tomatoes, and Will and Ellie is picking, maybe Will by herself is finishing off that row with one of those bushel baskets that we got. And my thought was today, you know, we was thinking about the channel, and I said something about it in the live the other night, and I don't know if any of you guys maybe called it. Some of you did, and you know, we've done some things with the channel now where hopefully we can grow, and we appreciate everybody. You know, the merchandise is one part of it, but what I mentioned was the Jtwes LLC, and so hopefully we grow there, and I appreciate each and every one of you. A lot of people, the comments, and the thought I had today was the 140. I've often said I've never wanted or never made like, okay, I'm the 140 guy. If you want to know how to use it, you watch me. Nah, that's not me. I'm far from an expert on this tractor. I just make it work for what we want to do. I've always wanted our channel to be about family. It's so important. The boys and my wife and everybody, just about family. And the reason why I bring that up, I thought about the 140 today, how it's raised. How the 140 has been part of so many families, especially in the South, because the tractor was sold primarily in the South. And the 140s, the 100s, the Super A's, the Cubs, the 130s, all of these crop tractors have raised kids, they have fed kids, they have paid for farms, they have sent kids to college, I'm sure, bought cars and trucks and groceries, and it's just amazing what this, you know, it's a blessing that the Lord allowed somebody the smarts to come up with this tractor and this setup and to invent it. You know, it's because somebody had to do it, somebody had to come up with it, and it's a blessing that He allowed us to be able to have this thing, because it's just been a part of a lot of families. But just had that thought today about what the 140's done. And then some of you guys, you may have had some experience with, you know, okay, my daddy's or my grandpa's tractor, it paid for his farm, his truck. So just drop a comment if you have. But thank you guys. It's hot today. It's probably 90. Don't forget, your Jtwes merchandise is always in the description of the video. I always will try to put a clickable link in the video that you guys can click on to. It's not just me. Yes, I do get a little bit, but I'm more excited to be able to help the missionary Moore and Allison, who does all of our apparel in Tennessee, and help her family, and that they can grow and make a living. And so y'all be sure to check that out, and look forward to the next video. Finish this racetrack up, gonna do some disking on that corn sometime soon, and we got that trip to take in August, and we got plow day coming up soon. We'll talk more about that. I will throw it out there that I'm pretty settled on October the 7th. I believe that's the first Saturday in October, October the 7th, and I think October comes in on a Sunday maybe, or even a Monday, I can't remember, but October the 7th is what I got my mind on. And so we look forward to that, and God bless you. God loves you. We'll see you.